On this episode of Bite Sized, we are watching and discussing the 25th scene of the movie The Twilight Saga, New Moon. For those of you watching along at home, that's from 5029 to 5410. And now, on to the episode. Everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Bite Sized. If this is your first time listening, here's what's going on. My name's Ben.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're watching the movie The Twilight Saga, New Moon. You're a little off.
Fuck you.
That's not my tempo.
No. You take that again because I was trying to match you, and you went a little fast for my taste.
The Twilight Saga, New Moon.
Thank you.
One scene at a time, and sometimes we have guests.
And we start with a hostile energy.
Sometimes we just get real mad at each other, so our guest feels like a child while their parents are fighting, but you're trapped in the back seat with us. Today we have a guest. We have a comedian, a composer, a teacher at the I.O. Theater, I believe are the things I said I was going to say. Alan Lucas, welcome to Bite Sized.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God. Welcome, Alan.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to start this interview the way I start every interview on the show. That's by asking you, what is your history with the Twilight franchise?
A lot of my history with the Twilight franchise is fragmented in a way.
Okay.
In that, a lot of my first watches of Twilight movies happened while I was in college working as an RA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sort of the easiest possible RA event that you can put together is a movie night.
Sure, in the common area?
Yes.
Yeah.
You just invite residents to come and watch a movie you would have already watched.
Smart.
And so there were a lot of times where it would be like a movie night and we were watching Twilight. There was a Twilight movie marathon that happened at some point.
Oh, fun.
So a lot of the movies I had seen in like bits and pieces in between like somebody being locked out of their dorm or like somebody bringing alcohol onto the dry campus.
Yeah, still attending to RA issues mid-film.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen any of these in full?
Yes.
Okay.
I for sure have seen the first Twilight in full. I for sure have seen Breaking Dawn Part 1 in full.
Okay, so we've jumped around a little
Great.
bit.
Number 1, number 4.
And a lot of my experience with the Twilight movies is not chronological also.
Yeah.
So I have like fun floating approximate knowledge of many of the things that happen. And I'm like, this happens at some point.
When was the last time would you say you've watched a Twilight movie?
In full, all out. It's been maybe a couple years,
Okay.
I think. That feels about right.
I'm going to jump straight into the scene.
Let's do it.
Because there is a lot
There is. This is a really meaty scene, especially after our last scene that we recorded, Alan, which was like 40 seconds.
We've had a couple sub-minute episodes.
We had back to back. So this was like, what, 3 minutes?
This is like 3.5 minutes.
Hell
this is
yeah.
definitely one of the longer
yeah.
episodes of New Moon we've had. To give a nice big broad overview, Mike runs out of a movie theater and into a bathroom. Bella and Jacob slowly walk out of a movie theater.
They sit down outside of a movie theater.
Mike rejoins them, and then they all go home friends.
Definitely.
And that's it. And let's get in to the nitty gritty of the scene. Mike does run out of the movie theater into the bathroom.
He's not feeling good.
He's not feeling good. And we get more of our favorite thing from 2 episodes ago, which is a bunch of movie posters.
Yes.
And I would like to spend the next 40 to 45 minutes on these movie posters. I don't know about you, Murph, but I did a lot of research into these.
I did some amount. Alan, did you notice any of the movie posters while you were watching? Are you someone who likes to look in the background at like the nitty gritty?
I'm a foreground guy.
Interesting.
A cinematographer wanted me to look somewhere. I looked there. Okay?
You want to honor that.
I follow the eye lines, you know?
And again, this is why he was an RA.
Yeah,
okay? He's
absolutely.
being very good. He's following the rules.
Yeah.
And we're
Yes.
like,
Famously, a big part of being an RA is that there's stuff in your peripheral vision where if you look at it, you have to then do work.
Only look where you're supposed to look when you're an RA.
So, hey, Bear, what
Yes.
posters did you notice?
So there are
in
6
the background?
posters in total.
Okay.
And I noticed all of them.
I only got 2 of them.
2 of them are fake. 4 of them are real.
Okay, I got 2 real ones.
Okay, so the 2 fake ones, the first one in order, we start with a Face Punch poster,
Hell yeah.
which is the movie that they were there to
Face
see.
Punch?
Face Punch. Moving up, number 2, this was the hardest one to clock. This one took the most research, but it's an actual movie. I think 2003 a Canadian mockumentary called The Delicate Art of Parking. That's a fun little comedy that sort of follows the day in the life of a parking enforcement person in Canada.
You know what's interesting? The two other real movies that I found are also Canadian films.
Sarah, all the real ones are Canadian, specifically independent Canadian movies.
Which I guess is a cool call out since they filmed, I mean, at least the outside of the movie theater. I don't know if the interior they also used, but the outside was in British Columbia.
Yes. And I think we also, I doubt they used the inside. If only because the last time we talked about, or the very first time we talked about this movie theater, we established that, I don't know about now, well, for sure now.
It still is,
But was it then a strip club? Or
it
just
was
now?
a strip club then.
So
it was a strip club then.
I doubt these movie posters were in that strip club.
You know, maybe these are people of culture who like a lap dance and a good indie
and art house cinema. Moving on down the line of posters, poster number 3 is Love Spelled Backwards is Love, which is our second fake movie. It is referenced a couple times earlier in the movie.
Yeah,
these are things that will mean nothing to Alan.
Love spelled backwards is actually love.
So this is actually, I believe, a minor oversight by the production team, which is that love spelled backwards actually spells a different non-existent word.
It spells evil, which is in some sense the opposite of love.
It's like that SpongeBob thing. Every villain is lemons.
It didn't work for Ron Paul. It doesn't work for the Twilight Saga : New Moon. Then there's a gap, like a doorway or something, and then we get 3 more posters, which are all real movies. We get one called Gambling, Gods, and LSD, which I think is a documentary.
This is a, in quotations, travel diary that loosely documents director Peter Medler's introspective journey through 4 countries: Canada, the US, Switzerland, and India.
Fascinating.
So just a man's video journal.
Sort of an Eat, Pray, Love before there was an Eat, Pray, Love.
A Canadian
maybe.
Eat, Pray, Love.
Yeah.
The people have been demanding one.
Yes, I needed a Canadian Eat, Pray, Love.
Movie 6. I'm going to skip movie 5 because that's the one I want to talk about most. Movie 6 is Mile Zero.
Ooh, what is that?
I honestly didn't spend too much time on it because I was more focused on movie 5. Which is it the other one?
I assume Pontypool?
Pontypool, yes.
Yes. Well, it sounds like you know this movie. Alan,
No.
do you know Pontypool?
I am unfamiliar.
Okay.
I love the scoop.
I've never seen Pontypool, but I've made a connection.
Okay.
That I think maybe we may be breaking new ground. This may be a bite-sized exclusive.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Pontypool, in addition to being the name of a small town in Ontario, Canada, is a zombie movie.
Oh, it is?
And Bella and Jessica, when they go see a movie earlier in this movie, we don't know what movie they saw, but they walk out and they're talking about it, and it sounds like they're talking about a zombie movie. With Jessica starting with like, is it supposed to be a metaphor for leprosy?
Yeah.
And so I think they saw Pontypool.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Pontypool heads in the crowd. If you know anything about the plot of Pontypool, email us in at myfavorititwilightpodcast@gmail.com.
Hey, Editor Ben here. So here's a weird thing. There's this guy, Tony Burgess, who wrote a book called Pontypool Changes Everything. That came out in 1998. Then he made a movie version in 2008 called Pontypool, and then he made a play version in 2015. I saw that play version. I really loved it. But if the movie is like the play, then there aren't actually that many zombies that appear in it. Also, I recommend the play if you get a chance to see it, but you probably can't. So maybe you should watch the movie, but I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if it's good. Okay, we're going back in.
Mike is barfing. He exited the last scene very quickly to go throw up. Bella and Jacob are shortly behind him. And it strikes me as a little interesting because as soon as, like, just based on how quickly we see Mike and then the two of them walking down the hallway, it kind of seems like they decided to leave mid-movie basically immediately.
Yeah.
Like Mike was barfing and then they were like, well, we should go too.
Well, I wonder if they were just like, go check on him, make sure he's doing okay.
Yeah. But like Jacob wouldn't. And Bella can't go in the boys' bathroom.
No,
Yeah.
she could never.
So I guess their only option is to just sit there and talk outside the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As two
Presumably
teens
where
do.
Mike can hear them
Probably.
over his silent vomiting.
Oh my God. Mike is cold sweating on this bathroom floor. Meanwhile, the girl he's crushing on is having a heart to heart with
Right.
another man. My man's in hell.
Yeah, he's
Poor
trying.
Mike.
It's a rough time.
Jeez. What a marshmallow. You should hold out for someone with a stronger stomach. Someone who laughs at the gore that makes weaker men vomit.
Did you know that is actually a direct quote from the book?
Oh, thank goodness.
Really?
This is on page 211. What a marshmallow. You should hold out for someone with a stronger stomach. Someone who laughs at gore that makes weaker men vomit.
And that's word for word what
That is word for word what he says. Because I was like, this sounds like not a natural human sentence. No, it's from the book. Of course, it's not a natural human sentence.
I think a fascinating moment that happens in arts of any medium are when the art itself generates the thing that you would utilize to parody the art. I think that it exists in its own parody, and I find that fascinating and beautiful.
And that's what makes the Twilight franchise so special.
and so rewatchable.
Yeah.
It's what has given it this new life.
Someone who laughs at the gore that makes weaker men vomit.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye open for that. I feel bad. He probably has that flu that's going around.
What, I can't hold your hand?
No, of course you can. I just think it, means something a little different to you. So.
She shakes it off in like the weirdest way. She's like she stuck her hand in like something sticky and she's like, get it off my hand. Get it off of me.
And then talks about it in the weirdest way too, because his question is, I can't hold your hand. And her response to that is, of course you can. I just think it means something a little different to you. And my question to Bella is, what else could it possibly mean? If a boy is trying to hold your hand at the movie theaters...
Scared he's going to get lost.
Exactly. She can't get a little backpack for him with one of those little leashes.
Yeah.
I had not considered that one.
Yeah, got to think about that.
Yeah.
Got to think about it. A lot of twists and turns.
Okay, well, tell me something. You like me, right? And you think I'm sort of beautiful?
Jake, please. Don't do this.
Why?
Because you're about to ruin everything. And I need you.
This is such teen girl melodrama, and I'm living for it.
Yeah.
I am living for every bit of melodrama they're squeezing out of this stupid fucking movie. I love this shit.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to specifically the dialogue writing of just having like a little tee 'em up phrase before saying like, you like me, right? Of just the like riddle me this kind of energy that I think is very much like a teen boy kind of thing to do of like, I'm going to make my move, but I gotta ease into it of like, hey, so random question.
Right. But it's also very much the like, do you like me? Is a question that adults do not ask of each other. It's a very
so specifically teens and children.
It's super
Yeah.
common in your life until a certain point.
A specific detail that I noticed is that they have a stairwell
Yeah.
next to a wall that is fully a mirror.
yeah.
Okay.
Is that connected to? Okay, I'm
I
getting
don't
confused.
think it's connected to anything.
Okay.
Like,
Mirrors-
is the mirror some sort of symbolism
Yeah,
here?
because
no.
mirrors and vampires have a
Right.
history. I was like, is it just that they were like, we're going to put a big mirror next to this stairwell?
Maybe.
I would assume the mirror was already on the wall at the stairwell, and they were just like, this looks cool. There's a big mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I was surprised. I was struck by the largeness of the mirror next to a stair. If I'm walking up the stairs, I don't expect to see myself.
Yeah, at a
Right.
movie, I expect to see other people at a movie theater. I
Yeah.
don't see me
That's
at a
simply
movie theater.
it's
Yeah.
not to make this an interior architecture podcast.
This is now.
but it's just not a place where I would have put a mirror. And I was like, there must be a shot where she's like, they needed her to reflect, to look into a mirror for like the reflective nature of that kind of moment. Or just otherwise like big, because also it like does affect the shot. Like you see some doubling of movements and things as they're just like sat down and talking.
I think this is more a thing that like floor to ceiling mirrors were probably more common and sort of en vogue whenever whatever theater they were filming at was last interior decorated in the 80s or 70s or something like that, and just fallen out of favor since then. Mirrors have played a kind of a minor role in the, they crop up from time to time.
Yeah. Well, we have it, in the ballet studio.
Yes.
It's like all mirrors in the first movie.
And this movie starts with Bella having a nightmare involving a mirror. I don't know that I would read too much into this mirror.
Yeah.
I've read so much into this mirror.
Well,
this was my movie poster.
Bella's truest reflections of herself.
Film is art, and your interpretation as the viewer, the observer, is as valid, if not more valid, than anyone else's. So let's hear it.
Okay, wait, no, I have an interpretation. I've made
go
up on the
for it.
spot right
Yes,
here.
yes.
Spectator theory.
I will speak. Bella's dream in the beginning features her in the mirror, and that's like her biggest fear is growing old, because then she'll be old and ugly, and Edward will be young and beautiful. In this scene, we have a mirror, and it's with Jacob, and her biggest fear that she says in this scene is that she doesn't want to lose Jacob. So maybe mirrors are your truest self, or reflect your deepest fears.
Alan, top that.
Yeah. I thought, whoa, neat that there's a mirror here.
That's a little more where I'm at too.
Howdy
Like
there.
a location scout was just like, check out this cool theater I saw.
Yeah.
I guess I did. I thinking about it, I guess in sort of the meta context of like, this is a movie that somebody had to like shoot and design and plan out, and like that this location was selected for it. And I'm also, I imagine that that's not the only stairwell. I think maybe in a fire code capacity, it couldn't be.
Yeah.
So
We gotta think about the fire codes of the theater.
We're an interior architecture podcast.
And you know what? Since we're on this topic now, I was wondering while taking my notes for this, where does that staircase lead?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it go up to the projection booth? It's much too nice for an employees only staircase.
It's too wide to be like a staff area. Yeah.
And like I'm assuming this is not a 2 or more story movie theater.
Yeah, because I'm now thinking of the movie theater on which one is it? On Clark, that's a huge maze to get through. That's like all staircases.
the Century.
Yes, the Century. I hate
yes,
the Century.
The
It's
landmark
men's-
theater at the Century Center.
Oh yes, the like overlapping escalators.
Yes, that I feel like I'm in an
across to the
Escher
center.
painting.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, I don't think it's that.
Yeah, I work in that building, and it's a lot of fun to watch people try to navigate it.
Maybe it's just the designated wait for your friend to vomit spot.
Maybe it just goes nowhere.
and every theater does have one.
Yeah, it's part of OSHA.
yeah, it's a requirement.
They have
Yeah.
to.
And I guess my final take on the mirror attached
Yes,
to this
tell
staircase
us.
is like it to me, from like a film perspective, very much feels like Guitar at a Party, of like of like you see that there and you're like, oh, I could play that guitar. Everybody could see me play the guitar and would be so excited, because I think are classic like mirror shots of like, oh, a character is looking into the mirror and the camera is looking at the reflection of like I really took like I called a shot of like, oh, they're gonna do they're talking to each other, and then Bella gets up and moves, and then Jacob's looking at his reflection, and then like has to reflect with like the anger that's welling up inside of him.
Oh, Chris Weitz, you could have.
You're also like daring viewers to like buy the DVD and go frame by frame to look in that mirror for like the camera or a boom mic or some reflected piece of equipment or crew that you're not supposed to see. And so it's a little bit of like, I have a mirror taking up half my shot and you don't see anything you're not allowed to see.
Yes, the idea of leaving a mirror in your shot that you aren't intentionally using to functionally be a mirror in the story that you're telling, to me does feel like almost like reckless in a way.
It does.
Yeah,
it's cocky.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what Chris Weitz is.
That's just, he's so great.
Love him.
And should totally come on this podcast
Absolutely.
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Well, I've got loads of time. I'm not gonna give up.
I don't want you to. But it's just because I don't want you to go anywhere.
I feel like everything after this is Bella's a little bit your own fault because you are leading him along a little bit.
She is, and she knows it.
If I am 17 and a girl rejected me, as happened a lot of times, and I told one of them I won't give up, I wouldn't have. I would have said, yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. But if I ever said I won't give up and she said I don't want you to, I would take that to mean, well, she desperately loves me. And it's only a matter of time before we get married. So I'm just going to keep asking her out or waiting for her or whatever. And I feel like, Bella, you got to learn how to give him a clean out better than that.
Well, I can tell you at least in the book, Bella knows that what she's doing is wrong, but like doesn't know how to stop it. If I can read a passage from the book.
And I'd love it if you would.
The sacred text. This is from page 216. It was so wrong to encourage Jacob. Pure selfishness. It didn't matter that I'd tried to make my position clear. If he felt any hope at all that this could turn into something other than friendship, then I hadn't been clear enough. How could I explain so that he would understand? I was an empty shell, like a vacant house, condemned. For months I'd been utterly uninhabitable. Now I was a little improved. The front room was in better repair, but that was all. Just the one small piece. He deserved better than that. Better than a one-room, falling-down fixer-upper. No amount of investment on his part could put me back in working order.
And in this movie, she says, I'm not like a car that you can fix up. I'm never going to run right. So our girl's got some real self-esteem issues.
She does.
I wonder what was like, audiences will resonate more with a car analogy than a house analogy.
Yeah, well, and they've, previously in this movie spent some time fixing up motorcycles. So I guess this is like her trying to find some sort of metaphor Jacob will understand.
Well, my joke is that this came out in 2009, so this is after the financial crisis. So they were like, well, people can't fucking afford homes. They probably have cars. We gotta go with that one. But it's probably just they built motorbikes a few scenes ago.
Right.
So it's like, he no car, so I say car.
That checks out.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
But regardless, like, Bella, give yourself a little more credit than that.
She never does.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what this says about me. I had feelings that big when I was her age.
Did you ever feel like you weren't going to run right?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Oh, at certain points. But I think it's that thing of being like 19, 18 and like not realizing that like this isn't forever.
Yeah.
And that like, you feel so old at 18 and you're like, well, I'm an adult now and this is how it's going to be.
Right.
And now I'm 31 and I'm like, I barely fucking remember being 18. Like that was so long ago. But like when you're a kid, you're like, well, this is it. This is the oldest I'll ever feel and be.
Yeah.
I've reached the pinnacle.
I feel like I came to that a few years later than you did. For me, it was less of a teenage angst thing and more around the time that I was raised very, very conservative, homeschooled, evangelical, the whole 9 yards. And as I sort of in my early 20s started to leave that world and decide I was no longer going to live like that, I definitely had more of a feeling of like, a car that's never going to run right, more along the lines of like, I spent my most formative years learning a whole way of living that I don't want to live anymore. So here I am trying to be an adult while learning how to be an adult at the same time. I don't know. Alan, how are you broken?
Yeah.
We just heard you went to the doctor and everything came back perfect.
Yeah,
so.
I guess it's hard because I'm so self-confident and awesome and cool.
Something you can't relate to.
Damn, Alan, what's it like?
Yeah, I'm always doing backflips and
Well, he's doing them right now.
we need
I'm
to talk to you,
holding the
Alan.
mic with me, still getting good audio quality, I think. No, I mean, I think very much like in high school, I struggled a lot with like self-image and had a lot of these big feelings of like, oh, this is what the world is. And I've seen all of it. And then
And I laugh just because I'm like, oh my God, we were all 16 and stupid.
yeah.
It's just because I don't want you to go anywhere. That's really selfish. I'm not like a car that you can fix up. I'm never gonna run right. So I should be fair to you.
It's because of him, right? I know what he did to you.
And I'm pretty sure he's talking about the fact that he moved away, and everyone knows that at this point. Jacob, that's not special.
Well, I would think maybe he knows about just like leaving her in the woods.
Yeah.
Because Jacob was there the night of the search party.
Oh, that makes more sense than what I
So
said.
maybe Charlie heard it. Charlie told Billy and Billy told Jacob.
Yeah.
And the Werewolf Network was like, damn.
And it's a nice
burn.
little bit of, I don't know if it's necessarily foreshadowing, but like a little hint of like, he knows the vampire business. Yeah.
He knows too much.
He knows it all.
Yeah.
Bella, I would never, ever do that. I won't ever hurt you. I promise. I won't let you down. You can count on me.
Bella rests her head on Jacob's shoulder. That, again, for me as a 17-year-old, would fuel months, if not years,
Yes.
of holding out for a girl who was
Yearning,
never...
pining.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wishing.
Yes.
And then Mike shows up.
And then Mike comes out. One of my favorite lines in the movie so far. I've been hard on Mike in the past, and the last few scenes have made me so pro Mike. I love the way he walks out and says,
Well, I need to go home.
for all of our angst and all of this movie being about teenagers trying to take on larger things than themselves, he's just a boy who just threw up and nothing more.
Yeah, and for whatever amount of me was lost by the inclusion of a mirror, won immediately back by just we've been slowly zooming in on this conversation, and then immediately just snap back to a wide shot. It's like,
Yes.
well, I gotta go home.
I flew up.
All the tension and the drama and the heavily charged emotional statements just immediately thrown away.
Yeah.
Like Mike just did with the Burger King.
Because we
he
got to
just
get
ate.
this boy home.
Yeah. He needs to go home. He just barfed. He needs to go to bed and brush his teeth probably. Jacob responds to this.
In
Yeah.
what is certainly a normal and natural, healthy way, right?
He takes it well.
If I could describe this in 3 words, it would be normal and natural and healthy.
I was feeling sick before the movie, okay?
What is your problem? Right now, you're my problem. Feeling sick? Maybe you need to go to the hospital. You want me to put you in the hospital?
Jake, the movie's over. What are you doing?
Jacob is experiencing the wolf out for the very first time ever. This is sort of the werewolf and Jacob
Yeah,
awakening.
Alan, he doesn't know he's a werewolf yet.
No,
yes,
but
even with my fragmented knowledge, I
Okay,
pieced
good.
that in.
I didn't know if
Yeah.
you knew in the timeline like where this was for his wolfing out, as we've been calling it.
But he is this is his first time experience the
Yeah.
wolfening.
And he don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Jake, the movie's over. What are you doing? You're really hot. Like, you feel like you have a fever. Are you okay?
I don't know what's happening. I gotta go. Dude is weird.
She touches like his arm or his hand. Have you ever felt someone's hand and said, "You have a fever"?
Yeah, the kind of fever you got to have for the hand to be, to be the indicator.
And if I were 17, this keeps coming up, but if I were in Jacob's situation and I just failed to ask out a girl, I would absolutely have burning hot, sweaty hands.
Oh, maybe that's it.
at the time. But yeah, you have to be a pretty high internal temperature for someone to touch your forearm and think you're a little warm.
Hospital.
Yeah.
I will say the immediate thought that came into my brain at that moment was I was like, oh, if this had been like a product placement Snickers tie-in of like the "you're not you when you're hungry" kind of commercial ad campaign, it really feels like it's gonna go that way of like he's gonna wolf out and then it's gonna be like, all right, have a Snickers.
Jacob, have a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. That absolutely could have fit. They could have, I mean, obviously it wouldn't fit in the movie, but if they had made, they could have taken half a day to shoot a quick Snickers commercial. It would have cost Snickers millions of dollars, but it would have fit.
Oh, absolutely. It would have worked.
now I want to do. Are y'all familiar with the South American, I want to say either Chile or Argentina TV network that surreptitiously edited beer commercials into Star Wars?
Yes, and I was reminded of this because it was a question on Jeopardy recently.
Cool.
Whoa.
Well, if anyone who's not, pause this podcast, go Google Cerveza Cristal Star Wars. Cool, welcome back. I want to do that with New Moon and Snickers now.
Yeah.
Just edit in little like, you just shoved your girlfriend into a pile of vases. Have a Snickers.
Yeah. And then this is maybe going to be a controversial take from me. I came here
Whoa,
ready to
Alan,
get canceled.
Alan.
But I think product placement is like kind of fun and camp to a
Okay.
degree.
Alan, you are like 2 scenes too late.
God, if
we
only.
did a whole episode about a Burger King product placement that's in the background of a scene. And we're still on a campaign to get those fucking Burger King crowns, okay? I want the New Moon crowns.
We want
please.
the New Moon crown. Please send it to us. We will accept also an Eclipse crown. Jacob leaves, which is the right thing to do in this situation. If you've just threatened to put a boy in the hospital because he had the audacity to throw up, you need to remove yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
I just hope they didn't all drive together. Otherwise, he has stranded them
I hope so.
at the movie theater.
Yes.
And that's the scene.
Mike says,
Oh, sorry. I missed it.
dude is weird.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Mike. Just banger after banger. He has very few lines in this scene, and all of them are awesome. And that's the end of the scene.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Alan.
Brings us to
Yeah, it's all love.
our next order of business here. If we had to name this episode, and specifically if you, Alan, had to name this episode, what would it be? And this is all. If you had to name the scene, what would it be? And this is also going to be the name of the episode. So please make it good.
Yeah. And I've been thinking about this, and I do think that what really sums all of this up is an exploration of interior architecture.
Exploration of interior architecture. I wouldn't have it any other way. Alan Lucas, if people like you and interior architecture and want to learn more about your cool backflips, where can they maybe see you perform or take a class from you or just follow you on social media?
Yeah, you can see me perform in a number of ensembles about in Chicago, Illinois. If you see Baby Wants Candy or Shamilton or Marquee.
I've heard of those shows.
Blueprint. If you Google any of these words and then improv after them, you'll get the deets. You can also follow me on Instagram at @TheOrangeAlan. There are underscores in there, but I don't think they matter. It'll
Tell you
find
where
me.
to find them, listener.
Yeah.
They're where you least expect them.
Yeah, and if you want to take a class from me, you can do that at the IO Theater. I teach musical improv.
There you go.
So you can make up silly little songs. Pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. Murph, what do you want to promote?
I want to promote Trader Joe's dill pickle chips.
Back to Trader Joe's, are we?
Yeah.
We are. I'm back on the Trader Joe's train.
Yeah.
Megan picks me up 2 bags of it whenever she goes because I eat one right away.
Wow.
Because they're just that fucking good. So get the dill pickle potato chips at your local Trader Joe's.
I would like to promote buying a new pillow.
Ooh.
Recently had a few days in a row waking up with the worst neck pain I've ever had.
Oh no!
We just figured but it's probably time for a new pillow. Went to a store, got a new pillow for like, I don't know, so it was somewhere in the $5 to $10 range. Not even a nice pillow. Slept on it, no neck pain the next day.
Wow.
So hey, listener, if you are of the age that you saw or read Twilight as it was coming out and you were in high school, which according to the demographics of my social media and podcast host software, you certainly are.
Probably.
It's time to start taking these things seriously. Go get a new pillow. Your neck deserves it.
Yeah.
You can follow us on social media at bitesizedpod_ on Instagram, kind of the only place we are active these days. You can also send an email to myfavoritetwilightpodcast@gmail.com. You can also go to patreon.com/twilightpodcast to find out what's going on there for the low cost of $5 a month. Thank you to my editor, Ben Oxher, for putting this show together. Thank you to the band Swimwear Department for letting me use their song Mauled to Death as our theme. And that is it. That is all we have for today's episode. As we always say at the end of every episode,
You're not you when you're wolf.
you're not you when you're wolf. See you next time. Don't worry, Jacob. If you're anything like me, you'll get out of that frame of mind in about 5 or 6 more years.
Well, he's not like you. He's a wolf.
That's true. He's a werewolf.
Whoa.
You don't know. I could be a werewolf.
Awoo?
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 Wait, answer the question. Awoo?
Yeah, awoo?
Awoo.